Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Nicol and welcome to another episode of Freewheeling, the show where you ask questions about veterinary practice, anything in business or life, and I'll do my best to give you a useful, meaningful answer. Now, today's question comes from Thomas up in London, and Thomas asked the question, he had an email or some contact that was asking him to invest money in, this is all about cryptocurrency, but basically in a mining company that is mining Bitcoin or mining cryptocurrency. And so I've seen these emails as well. I've not seen them specifically addressed to vets though, and that's why this one's on the show, because this is clearly some firm targeting veterinary practice owners. I thought that's something we should put something out there about. Now, how these schemes work, or the ways I've seen these schemes working, is that you are invited to join a mining conglomerate. And how you join is you buy some Bitcoin or you contribute some money. And that's typically can be like £2,000 or £3,000 or dollars or something like that. Now, the story is very compelling. The story says, we've taken out this warehouse in Iceland and we're mining everything there, where electricity costs are very cheap. And it's easier to cool the computers because it's Iceland. And how it works is that we take your money, we buy electricity, we buy equipment and computer peripherals, and we soup up our supercomputer so we can process more transactions, which is what the mining process is, and we can generate more Bitcoin, of which you get a return. So you get your money back in some way, shape or form in the future, which isn't really clearly determined. And also you get some form of return on that investment. Now, the other thing I've seen is that they encourage you to bring in other members. And so the members you recruit, you get some of their mining activity as well. And so that's supposed to work. Now, I've seen this dressed up before. I bet you have too. 1,000,000 times, actually. It looks like one person recruits all of these people, one person recruits 3 people, and then each of those other people recruit more people beneath them. And so all the while, the value is flowing up the chain. Okay, this is called a Ponzi scheme, okay? And I don't much care if the maths seem like it all works out for you. And I'm not a financial expert. I'll make that caveat. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial expert. But there's a really good rule of thumb that you need to apply when you're seeing these things. Number one, is there a lot of hustle, a lot of hype around this area, this sort of investment opportunity at the moment? Absolutely. What does that create? Fear of missing out. Like when the Bitcoin price spiked recently and went almost $13,000 for a Bitcoin, everybody wanted a slice of the action. Okay? And so there's bubble sort of inflating. And now they've come down off the back of that and it's come back down significantly. It's almost halved in value since that spike. And so there's a lot of hype. Beware when there's a lot of hype about anything. Property, cryptocurrency, all of those things, right? The next rule is, do you understand the process? Okay, do you really understand what's going on? If the answer is yes, then great, you're educated, you're in a position to get it. If the answer is no, and your understanding is coming from information presented to you by the same people that are trying to get you to buy into this, be seriously, apply your rational reasoning brain and trust nothing. Just imagine 2 words, they're lying. Regardless of how great it sounds, you have to do other research. And there is a lot of other research out there, a lot of information available where people are attacking these claims and looking at the mathematics and whether it actually all makes sense or not. And so you have to be careful because everybody could be lying there. But in a market where that's going on, if you put money into that in the form of these mining companies or Ponzi schemes, I think you'd be nuts. And I will guarantee you, I think the person at the top is going to make a lot of money. That's what happens with Ponzi schemes. You're not the person at the top right now, okay? And value-wise, even if you were the person at the top, if you're asking people to put something in a scheme that's almost guaranteeing them for them to not make money, that doesn't sit well with my values. That's a call for you to make, okay? Let's assume you're nowhere near the top of that because these schemes have been around for a little while now, and so they're propped up and they require more investment to flow up the chain, otherwise the whole thing falls over, okay? So if you're receiving emails asking you to invest in Bitcoin mining farms, and you do not understand, firstly, what cryptocurrency is, and B, how any of these mining operations work, but you're also feeling compelled and like you have that fear missing out because it seems to be too good to be true, swerve. Stay away. I think you'll lose your money. That's my personal opinion. That is not a qualified financial advisor opinion. You should always seek financial advice from a qualified and properly trained financial advisor. But I know a Ponzi scheme when I see one. And that there stinks a whole lot of Ponzi. So my advice is stay away. If it seems too good to be true, don't touch it. Put your money in your vet practice. Work hard on the veterinary investment you have made. Build up your business, build up your people, work on your marketing, make your customers super happy. That is going to get you a 10 or 20% a year return on your investment if you do it right. To me, that's the business you understand. That's what you were trained to do. So just do it well and don't be distracted by guff and crypto hustle. That's my word for today's podcast, crypto hustle. Don't be distracted by it. All right, that's Freewheelin for today. Thomas, thank you for your question. I will send you a copy of the So You're a Vet Now What book. You can read that yourself or give that to a graduate or whatever you like, okay? If you have a question for me, then please ping me on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. It's facebook.com/Dr. Dave Nicol, twitter.com/Dr. Dave Nicol, or instagram.com/Dr. Dave Nicol. Until next time, be safe, be well, be happy. I'll see you next week on the episode. Have a great week.